So my husband got very sick about 4 years ago. He had an infection in his brain and he was in a coma for 3 weeks, very, very sick. And when he woke up, he couldn't remember anything. And we also noticed, once he was able to speak again, that he was seeing animals, foxes and wildcats and herons and all kinds of interesting creatures. And they persisted, and I realized very quickly that there was no point in trying to tell him that they weren't there, because they were incredibly real to him. And because he had been very, very sick, it was interesting to notice when he would see them or feel that they were around, when he was anxious, or if he had had a bad night's sleep, or if he was distressed about anything, he would say that they were there or that they had been there. So I felt there was some kind of primal, primitive healing happening for him in a way. So I was happy for them to stay. His vision. As he woke up, Andrew began to talk as a way of knowing himself again, talking and talking about his journey, about the wild animals he saw and the birds of time. He said their voices wakened back to him a certain knowledge, what he should become and how to return, a way he could not really touch with words. The stare of the fox vanished beside him, the serpent's aim, the flare of the swallow always passing just beyond his reach. But he kept on speaking anyway, trying to understand something of their call. Even in his soundest sleep, it was one word, then another word, until their shadows, the gold glowing coins of their eyes, had lit up the burned out paths around him, throwing their light back across the trails to see that he was still following. He said he could always see them. Those first days and nights, I remember I would lie down next to him and watch the bare animal shapes of his mouth as they came to pass, broken and guttural, sometimes calling over the great mountains, sometimes stopping in the dark to wait for him. He said he could always hear them, just breathing beneath the sounds of his breathing.